All right. Well, moving on from last episode where I left you guys at Tailem Bend, I have moved down to Tintinara, which is only about 95 k's from Tailem Bend. Filled up with water at Tailem Bend, filled up with fuel at Tailem Bend, and then slowly made my way down here via Canalpin. I might drop in a couple of pics that I took at Canalpin at the Silo Art, and then came down to Tintinara, continued to do some work, and then set up, and here we are. Check this out. How good is it? So there's a little pontoon, a pontoon out there. Obviously it's fresh water. Looks pretty clear. I wouldn't swim in it, but anyway, that's just me. I don't know if that barbecue is free to use, but anyway, the caravan is parked up just literally in behind here. It's on like a little oval, but such a cracking little spot. And it's either donation or free. So if I can find the donation box, then I will pay some money. And if I can't, then obviously I won't. But rip a little spot. So it was, as I said, about 95 k's. I'm making my way down towards Halls Gap, but I'm just doing little trips per day, and then I'll end up in Mount Gambier for the weekend, where it's going to be 40, and I'll find one of those sinkholes or something to swim in down there. But there you go. Lake Indawarra, free or donation camp, Tintinara. It's a beauty. Get around it. Oh my goodness. What an amazing little donation / free camp. So I'm at a spot called Cockatoo Lake. I wonder why they call it Cockatoo Lake. This place is amazing. So it's in a little area, there's no town, but it's in an area called Kepok, which is about 110 kilometres south of Tintinara. And it is an absolute ripper. I pulled in this morning because I had work to do and just went, wow, this is really, really cool. So in behind me is the lake. Caravan is parked up here, which is just prime position. Over behind me there are toilets that are maintained by the council. So I can see something running around over in the lake. You're not going to be able to pick it up, but it's just over behind the sheep. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's rabbits coming in to have a drink. Anyway, there's been pelicans and everything on that lake, ducks, there's sheep just down there, tons of solar during the day, and the caravan will be in shade now for the afternoon as that sun starts to go down. But it is an absolute ripper. So I'm heading into Mount Gambier tomorrow, and I'll probably try and chase some power, only because it's going to be 40 something degrees tomorrow. And I'm probably adjusting my exit from South Australia to Victoria and probably staying in Mount Gambier for a couple of days, because there is some heatwave conditions coming through Monday, Tuesday as well. But if you're travelling sort of southeastern corner of South Australia and southwestern corner of Victoria and heading down to Mount Gambier or any of those areas, Cockatoo Lake, chuck it on your list. It's 100% worth it, and it's an easy trip. There's a tiny little bit of, it's about 5 k's, and it might be 5 k's the other way as I'm going out, of gravel road, but it's like that limestone road doesn't even kick up dirt. It's hard packed, super easy, and it was, no dramas. But anyway, Cockatoo Lake for the win. I'll see everyone in Mount Gambier. This is a beauty. Do it. So I'm just down at the Naracoorte Caves, which is a World Heritage listed area. Didn't even know it was a thing. I was heading out to Mount Gambier from where I stayed last night at Cockatoo Lake. Drove in to Naracoorte, grabbed a coffee, and then asked ChatGPT what this Naracoorte Caves was. Well, lo and behold, here I am. So I'm just doing the self-guided tour, and it's pretty cool. $13.50 to have a wander around. What an amazing experience. Definitely get here and have a look. It's an absolute cracker. So this is one of them. This is called Tintinara Caves. And I went through the Visitor Information Centre, which has all the information, lo and behold, on the megafauna that's been found here, the big kangaroos and wombats and thylacine and all of those sorts of things. It's apparently one of the largest deposits of fossils anywhere in Australia. Anyway, there you go. Naracoorte Caves. It's a beauty. Good morning. So I'm just down in Mount Gambier. You can tell by the blue lake in behind me. I spent the night and the caravans here behind me. I spent the night at the Mount Gambier showgrounds. Yesterday got up to 40 and I thought, oh crikey, I've got to chase some power. I drove down from Cockatoo Lake, and look, to be honest, I probably could have got away with it, because by about sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock, it started to cool down pretty rapidly, and I probably could have just gone and free camped. I really don't like paying $35 for a showgrounds. Anyway, I'm a bit of a tight ass like that, but travelling full time, you learn how to manage stuff like that, and it really didn't stay hot for long, so it would have been probably okay. So I am going to spend the morning hanging out here, having a bit of a look at the Blue Lake here, Little Blue Lake, and one of the crater gardens, which will be a bit of fun, and then head on into Victoria. So new time zone, which is fine, and then get out of here, grab some lunch on the way, and I'm heading to the CMCA park because it's going to be hot tomorrow and Tuesday. So today's the 25th of January, and then it's going to be hot for a couple of days, sort of in the early 40s, but that's fine. So anyway, we're going to have a look around, and we'll see what we can find. All right, ready when you are.
Am I ready? I don't think so. Have I? You've got this, mate. Yeah, I know.
Do it. All right, cruiser's running, van's hooked up, time to leave Casterton, which is actually a little bit sad because I've actually really, really loved this town. I'm just parked up outside the Visitor Information Centre as I head off. There's a coffee shop that's open. I'll grab a coffee as I head towards Hamilton. Honestly, this has been one of those towns for me that I'm so grateful to have come through. And it was a little bit by accident. I was chasing power because yesterday was like 46 degrees and I really needed to make sure that I had aircon. And I just thought, where am I going to go? And ended up here. This is the home of the Australian Kelpie. This is where it started for the Kelpie back in 1870. If you're coming through here, if you go to Mount Gambier or if you're going to Halls Gap, come here, have a look. It's beautiful. There is so much free camping. The town is beautiful. It's got a decent sized food works. It's got great coffee. I'll definitely be back. And if you're coming through the area, do yourself a favour and come in and have a look. I'm off to Hamilton today and then meeting Mum in Mount Gambier on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I'm just going to find a free camp on the way between here and Halls Gap. But do yourself a favour. Come to Casterton. I did it, this is my second take. I was calling it Callington. It's not Callington, it's Casterton. Come and have a look. It's a beauty. It's one of my favourite. It's my favourite little town on this trip thus far. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But first step, coffee. Let's do it. Good morning. Wow, what a super quiet night. Great little free camp. It's an area called Coxton, which is sort of east of Hamilton, about 20 k's east of Hamilton. and about 80 k's sort of southwest of the Grampians, which are actually in behind me. I'm heading to Halls Gap today. I'm meeting Mum in there. Today's Thursday. And it's just on the edge of this lake here, which is largely dry. And that's sort of been a bit of a theme as I've come through these rural areas, is a lot of these lakes are very low, which is fine for me. I'm just sort of parking in overnight, but I think it's been quite dry through these areas, maybe even for a couple of years. But great little spot. The area is called Coxton. I can't think of the lake. I'll drop it in the timeline as it goes through. But well worth it. You know, ripper little spot, plenty of grass. The grass is looked after. You know, it's not like it's just a big, huge, boggy, grassy mess. It's a nice spot. Well worth it. Super quiet. Set up Starlink, not much reception, and did some work yesterday afternoon and woke up this morning and I'm going to head off. So if you're heading between Hamilton and the Grampians and you need an overnighter, this is as good as any. It's cool this morning though, and it's just... Look, one of the things I've certainly discovered over this come south to get out of the humidity in Queensland is you're never going to get perfect conditions wherever you go. If you're in Queensland, you're probably going to get the humidity. You come south, you're going to get lumpy weather. I think this summer has been fairly extreme down here though. You know, from 47, 48 that we got on Tuesday to yesterday cooling right down to well below 30, probably top of 22, 23, and then this morning it's cold. I'm in jeans and a hoodie. But you're never going to get perfect conditions. But just enjoy the time. If you're travelling, just enjoy the time, which is certainly what I do. I love travelling. Anyway, I'm going to pack this show up and get moving and head into Halls Gap to see my mum. Let's do this. Just coming through the Grampians National Park. It's just so impressive. It just juts out of nowhere. Probably can't pick it up on the DJI very well, but it is just super impressive. All you're really seeing is trees. But anyway, let me tell you, it's impressive. Hang on, we'll hold on just for this little bit coming up here, maybe. Beautiful drive. I don't know when the fire that came through here was, but all the trees are black with lots and lots of green. So it's obviously a couple of years ago now that they had this fire. I don't think it was Black Saturday. That seems too long ago for